Okay, good, good, good. Hello, hello, single saves and dating. How are you? I'm so excited because you already know it is my what birthday month. It's my birthday month,
Woohoo!
December. And as always, I'm going to be celebrating all month. You know what I mean? And so I'm sitting down with family and friends all month long. They're coming here to help me celebrate. And you too, the community. Thank you. I'm celebrating you too. All those who got birthdays in this month. Woo woo! I should have got some celebration music, but I'm gonna have to make up some. Woo woo woo! To all those celebrating their birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Hey, you guys are candles. Hey, hey. Oh, anyway. Hello, hello, everyone. Once you hop on, go ahead and make a comment. Let us know that you're watching and where you are watching from. You know what we always say here at Single Saved and Dating. It takes two to make a thing go right, just like it takes two. I might be talking about me squinching my eyes. It takes two to make a thing go wrong. So if we're gonna get this thing right, we got to put back the pointing of the finger. That's right. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's what we gotta do around here. But anyway, y'all know how I gotta do it before we get started because we got some new guests tonight showing up. We got our old brother from another mother in the house. Woo-hoo! But then we got my daughter. It ain't time for you to introduce yourself, honey. Hold up, coming to join us. I've been wanting to get her here. It's my birthday month. Y'all already know. Y'all already know it's my birthday month. So I'm gonna be celebrating this. I'm in a celebrating mood, and this is how we kicking it off. But y'all already know before we start, bring the baby, bring the beating. Hush, Mike. Oh Lord, we're gonna have fun tonight. For sure, for sure. Let me get out here.
Go sit down.
Stay
Sorry,
in
just my
tune while
kettle.
you wait.
Want me a picture? It's not petting time. Go sit down.
Hello, hello, everyone from Single Saved and Dating. Once you hop on, go ahead and make a comment. Let us know that you're watching and where you are watching from. We would love to hear from you tonight. Tonight, our topic is going to be knowing when to let go. And I got some amazing guests coming through. My little brother, I mean, not my little brother, I'm sorry. My brother from another mother, and then my daughter. I'm so excited to have her with us tonight. What's going on with my phone? Anyway, so happy to have her with us tonight. But once you hop on, go ahead and make a comment. Let us know that you're watching, where you're watching from, so we can just say hello. How are you? We so excited to have you in the house. I want to give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. My, I'm trying my phone. What's going on with it? Let me get it together. I'm trying to get together, y'all. But anyway, once you hop on, go ahead and make a comment. Let us know that you're watching and where you are watching from. We're so glad that you're joining us. We're glad that you're here. If your birthday is in this month, go ahead and drop that down so we can give you a shout out and go, woo, 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 happy birthday to you. Y'all want me to sing happy birthday? Y'all don't. Let's just bring the beat back in, Renee. Bring the beat back in, Renee. Just bring the beat back in. Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in as we're getting ready to hop into this evening's discussion. But I'm going to give everybody just an opportunity. I know we're running a little late. We was having a little technical difficulties around here. But I want to say thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and make a comment. Let us know that you're watching. Let me get to the comments. Where's the comments? Y'all gonna have to pray for me, okay? Once y'all hop on, go ahead and make a comment. Let me know that you're watching and where you are watching from. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to tonight's guest and let them introduce themselves. Whichever
Uh,
one want to go first.
ladies first.
Oh, hi, I'm Dash. I'm not single, but I'm happy and a Christian. Happily married.
Okay, and of course, my name is Mike Walker, founder and van driver and head chef of Single Black Christians. Glad to be here with Renee, and to help her out. I was taught to help my elders from time to time, so there you have it, though. So, so I hope we have a good time tonight.
I hate now. Anyway, Mike is a little mess, y'all. But I want to say thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in. But before we get started, go ahead. If you're watching the YouTube channel, hit the like button, subscribe button, and share button. We want to say thank you for tuning in there. We love you and we appreciate you. If you're watching from Facebook, go ahead and stroll through the page and see if this is something that you would like to become a part of. We would love to have you become a part of our community. We have a VIP group, which we're getting ready to turn up in there. Okay? We're getting ready to turn up for all those whose birthday is in December on the 20th, right after the live stream. We're going to go over to the VIP group. I would like to meet you guys that are in the community. So please, we're going to laugh. We're going to talk. We're going to have a good time. Just go hang out and have a good time. So I'm super excited about that. That's coming up on the 20th. It's going to be the last stream that we have for this year or for this season. People say, I don't know. But I always call it for the first half of the season here at Single Saving Day. That's what I call it, so that way I ain't fussing with other people about what time it is. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. Without you, there is no single saved in dating. And tonight we're going to be talking about when to let go. And it could be when to let go of anything. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to just give, let's see, whoever wants to go first. We're
Vote
talking
Mike.
about when to let go. I wanted to start with I wanted to start with when I'm gonna start with you, what's your name, since you're married. Um how did you I wanted to talk about knowing when to let go of your singleness. So how did you know it was time to let go of your singleness? And how did you handle that too? Because like it's a process.
Oh, um, first, I did date a lot. Like I dated a heck of a lot. It was easier to let go when you have an idea of what you wanted your life to look like. So I knew it was time to let go when I met him, and he was first a lot of prayers answered, and how he handled himself, how he carried himself, how he spoke to me. I also like how he was always like able to comfort me. So when he was checking
Oh
off the
wow.
boxes of what I wanted, a man to do for the rest of my life, I realized like, hey, he was worth not being single. Because like you said, being single is a blessing. Like I really love my single life. You go where you want to go. You don't have to answer anybody. You're just able to do as you like. It's something to mourn and grieve because it's not easy, because here you have to think about somebody, be understanding of somebody. It's kind of challenging. You got to put yourself in their shoes on a regular basis, and that's not easy, because as a single person it's like, oh, you acting out, okay, whatever, enjoy yourself. As a married person, you're like,
You gotta know my daughter to know she absolutely mean that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
but like as a married person, it's like, ooh, I have to come home to you. let's make sure there's peace in the house. I hurt your feelings.
Oh, I love
Um,
that. Yeah, Sinead, I
like,
hate to interrupt you, honey, but I really love what you just said. You was like, "Ooh, I want to keep peace in my house." You
yeah.
cannot just. You got to understand. I'm gonna stop you when you saying something like, if I could say, "Drop the mic," but see, I didn't have the thing to say that, so I had to say it. So when you're saying something, you making a point. You made a point. You cannot just go past that. Kind of, where did you get the mindset? Because most young ladies don't have this mind. This is a very young. This is a young lady, by the way. Where did you get that mindset to know, like, because a lot of older women my age don't even think, like, I want to keep peace in my house. Like, where did you get that from?
Well, remember when we were talking and you were like, "You hate men," and we would talk and like based on my reactions and what I told Miss Renee about the men I dated, she literally thought I disliked men, but I dislike combative people. I dislike argumentative people. I dislike people who weren't accountable. Like I just didn't have tolerance for bad behavior. But like I would tell her, I was like, my man, I would cook for him every morning, every night. I'll make sure to massage his feet. Like I'm a very loving person, but to get that, you had to be a particular person. And I got that mindset because like I knew what I brought to an individual as a friend, as a partner, even a partner in business, even a partner in marriage. Like I knew what type of person I was and what I was seeking. So I knew for me, if that's what I was going to give, which is peace, love, affection, commitment, loyalty, I needed to find a partner who also had that ingrained in them. Not they could temporarily show it. No, it was ingrained in them and how their work ethic and their way of handling business or finances. Like I need to make sure that all those things were something that you could be trusted with. Because marriage is not just, oh, you fine, I'm fine, you got money, I got money. No, it's like, will you take care of me when I'm sick? Will you take care of me when I lose a parent? Or God forbid lose a child. Like I needed to know that you had the capabilities to be strong as well as being vulnerable. And I got that mindset from watching, unfortunately, my mom and my sisters and my brothers go through heartbreak. As a youngest of a lot of children, you start seeing like things you don't want to see repeated in your life. Thank God, like instead of going through it, I watched them and be like, let me learn a little difference. Like, oh, okay, he said he loved you, but he didn't show you he loved you. His words didn't match his actions. Oh, she told you she was gonna be there, but she didn't show up like she was, even though she told you she could be trusted with your secrets. Like I started realizing that people had a lot of words, but actions speak louder.
Mm. Woo! She coming in hot. I love that. I love that. And I want to say something too. Another reason why I wanted you to come and share on Single Save Today. You said something to me one day when we was talking, and it just really, I was like, you really took me back, and I'll never forget that statement that you made. You said, "I don't care if it doesn't, if it work out, praise the Lord, but if it don't, this person gonna know without a shadow of a doubt that they were loved." Kind of hit
Mhm.
on that. I want you to talk about that a little bit before, because a lot of people don't even think like that. Like they're gonna, they're gonna know when they leave my presence they were loved. Kind of expand on that for me a little bit.
My mom always like really raised us in the church, and she always really raised us to treat others how we want to be treated, as well as knowing our worth. So I've always treated people with the mentality like I want them to know that no matter what they go through, that they had a good experience. Like I've lost really good friends, and even my friends who I've lost, there's one thing they can't say because they all try to come back that I didn't show them grace, love, and affection. So I always want to make sure that anybody in my presence, even if it's a stranger, knows that like even if you're having a bad day, I at least gave you a good memory. And I wanted my husband, even if anything happens, I want him to be able to say, don't disrespect my wife because that woman loved me. I did wrong. Because I know I'm not doing wrong. But if they do wrong, you gotta go. Sorry. I don't got time for I don't tolerate bad behavior. But I wanted to like make sure that no matter what I go through or what we go through as individuals who are partnered in this time frame, there's going to be good memories that you can look back on. It might end in a disaster, but it's going to end up in love. Like you're going to know the feeling of love, that warm, bubbly feeling. Like my mom, like I know she loves me from her actions, and I wanted to make sure people know I love them from their actions.
That's good. That's good. Mike, what you got to add to this conversation? We don't want to leave you out, brother. You got to unmute yourself, Mike.
Okay, there you go. Letting go. Um, I don't know. And I'm used to letting go of bad relationships. At some point, you have to sit down and say, when is enough is enough. You know, because most of the times, and Dash, you might relate to this when you was out there dating, that you might have hung on a little longer than you really should have.
Mm-mm. Not
Okay,
this sister.
you know that,
Uh-uh.
that's on
Me and
some
her
of
used
those
to have.
sisters.
I be like, sister, why is you just trying to cut these people off? What is
My
going
life.
on? I'm sorry.
I mean, and I'm serious. Sometimes you just like, but if I let go, then I won't have somebody.
Yeah.
But guess what? Which would you rather be? Happy or to have someone and say, well, I have somebody and go
Yeah.
right says, if you get somebody, then make sure there's pieces, and that is very important. Can that person bring you peace? Can that person amplify your peace? You know, and look at the world around us these days. We need peace. And it's bad enough living in this world. It's bad enough living in struggling. Do you need someone else, another whole human being, uh, siphoning your peace, and bringing toxicity to your life? So, it point when you're dating, and you have to realize enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. Yes, I might be alone for a season or two or three or some years, but guess what though? It's not worth it. Well, I mean, it's not worth it having somebody with you and then not adding to you or adding the right things to you though. So that's the time to let go. That is definitely the time to let go.
I agree. I agree. That is so good. So, guys, thank you for hopping on. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Juanita. Thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in with us this evening. We're glad that you are here. If you guys have anything that you'd like to add to the conversation, just go ahead and drop it in the comment section. We like to hear from you tonight as well. Tonight, we're talking about knowing when to let go and not just let go. I started out by asking them, uh, Dashane, how did she know when it was time to let go of her singleness? And then our brother got in, hot right in, and started talking about knowing when to let go of a relationship that isn't working. My friend, she's sitting there smiling because me and her used to have a lot of conversations. She would let somebody go quick. You hear me? Quick, fast, and in a hurry. She had no problem with letting somebody go. So I'll definitely give that to her. I mean, what made you be able to just drop relationships like that so quick?
So like I said before, I am the youngest of 8
Oh
children.
yeah.
So I watched my sisters go through a lot of things. I watched my brothers go through because men go through things too. There's some really not nice ladies out there. And apparently like watching them, my dad always said, you have 2 choices. You can learn the hard way or you can learn someone else from learning the hard way. And he was like, the wise thing to do is see someone else go through something and say, no, thank you. And after watching my siblings and my parents, because they did divorce at some point, separate or whatever they did, watch their love lives, I was like, ooh, your love life really dictates a lot of things because it messes with your hormones and messes with your emotions. If you're in a bad relationship, it doesn't end in that relationship. It can mess with your finances. It can mess with your job because I mean, some people be going to people's jobs, like they be
Yeah.
stalking people, like, and like you have to really think like when you open your heart, your body, and your spirit to somebody else, it doesn't end at that physical. It goes beyond that because your core, which is your body, your spirit, and your mind, affects everything around you. Some people have gotten into relationships and they've thrived. And I've seen people get into relationships and they have just decayed. They were here and down here, and they're slowly building up. And it's not worth it to hold on to toxicity. Like Mr. Mike was saying, you got to let that go. Like if they're draining and they're poisoning your life, it's hard because that love keeps telling you to give them another chance. Because you know, Jesus gives us chances. So if we love people, we give them chances, we give them grace. But unfortunately, bad people know that, and bad people will take that grace and abuse it. So if you want to be not mistreated, you got to see the bad for what it is. Sometimes you got to have that discernment. Like you're like,
Wait a
okay,
minute. Mic drop. She done dropped another mic. She said you got to accept it for what it is. You cannot just go past that. That's huge that you said you got to accept, because that's a lot of things. That a lot of times that's what we do. We don't want to accept it for what it is, and that's the problem that we're having. Because well, maybe they'll get over it. Maybe they'll change, hoping it'll get better. But or we'll make excuses for it. Well, they was having a bad day. Well,
mm,
this happened. But if it's, I yes, I see it as. But if you're a repeat offender, and it's the same way. It's just after a while, God began to teach me about patterns and threads. After a while, baby, wait a minute. This ain't just something that's because everybody mess up every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But if it's like you just keep making that same, like if you told this lie, you got caught in it, we dealt with it, we come back around again, you getting caught in that same old lie again. You know what I'm saying? And okay, we let it go, we worked it out, we come here, you is that same old lie again. No, baby, no, we can't. That was a mic drop. You are a repeat offender. This is a pattern you got going on that you need to deal with, that I can't help you deal with. But I can point it out to you and say, this is a pattern that you need to deal with. But and see, a lot of us be like, well, if I just love them enough, if I just love them, they'll come out of it. No, I see my sister, she jumping at the bit. Go ahead, honey. And then we're going to talk about how your life has changed since you got married, because you look so good and you look so happy. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm praying for you every day. But go ahead.
I just love when Miss Renee said repeat. One thing that really constituted my life is consistency. So if someone is consistently doing good, that's a good sign. And then they mess up, you still have a history of consistent good behavior. Now, when you have a consistent bad behavior, you have to pay attention. So the best way to discern is if they're a repeat offender in two different ways. A repeat offender that's repeatedly doing the things you love and repeatedly respecting your
Come on.
boundaries. That's the
Mic
repeat
drop.
offender you keep. A repeat offender that every time they seem to repeat something, it's negative. I mean, that's like a person who keeps going to jail every week. Like, when are you going to understand that you keep bailing them out? You're just going to be broke.
Come on, sister. You got people who keep bailing people out though, and family members too. We're gonna shift this a little bit to about family members too, because this is family and friends month. Because it's my
Yeah.
birthday, and I'm sitting down with family and friends. So I mean, this is about family too. They just keep going. I mean, you go bail them out. Then you go bail them out, and you go bail them out again. You gotta go bail them out again. I mean, after a while, I'm like, but it took me. It's so hard though when it's a family member or when it's your child. Cutting that string from a child, that just it's very, very difficult. But I learned that it need to be done, because when it's a mother and a child, we're gonna talk about a little bit about mother and child, but then I'm gonna let you talk about how you changed since you've been married. But when it's a mother and child, we're just talking about letting go, regardless, no matter what it is. You gotta know when to let go of job, let go. God been telling me, Renee, you gotta know when to. He said it's just as important to know when to exit the stage as you knew when it was time for you to take the stage. You need to know when to get off the stage too. And so, what was I finna say? Oh, when it's a child, you are causing that child. This what made me realize it. I had a friend who passed away last year. Her child don't know how. He don't know how to make it. Full grown man, but he don't know how to make it because mom kept getting him calls, paying his bills, doing this, doing that, doing all this. He don't know how to do nothing that she ain't here. And so to keep doing that is, the scripture tell us to train a child up in the way that he should go. So when he grow old, he won't depart from that training. But at some, you know what I'm saying, that at some point he's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? At some point he's supposed to leave. You know what I'm saying? He or she, either way, because it can be women sometimes. You gotta, the whole point that you want them to do is to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. Cause one day you ain't gonna be here, and you setting them up for failure. You setting them up. I seen this young man. He was, even though he was older, he was not ready to leave his mom. He lost. Cause let me tell you something. Ain't nobody else finna do what mama do. Mom keep bailing you out, putting you up. Ain't nobody, when she gone, baby, you better know how to do it. You better know how to handle it yourself, cause ain't nobody else come to do that for you. Now a lot of men now might get on to me about this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. A lot of men can find a woman to go lay up on most of the time. But I'm saying, women, it's getting cold outside. Okay, I'm gonna Mike say something. We're gonna let Mike say something for a little bit. Go ahead, Mike. Mike, you froze. Mike, your turn. Say something.
I was gonna say, you brought up about we forgive, keep forgiving forgiving the offenses because Christ forgave, Well, newsflash, I'm Christ, So I'm not gonna sit there. I don't think I have an obligation to keep forgiving you constantly making the same. Some people say mistakes. Mistakes is when you don't know better. You know better. Oh, I creeped out on you. Well, I made a mistake. Please forget. No. Oh, I used your debit card on you. Oh, please forgive me. Oh, I spent your money. Oh, I burnt the gas in your car. I did this. No. It comes, we're saved, but we're not stupid. Okay. So just remember that. You don't have to, and you act as a human crutch when you brought up bailing your family members out of the county or doing this or, well, could you pay this, get my rent for me or what have you? And nothing wrong with it. Trust me. But then it gets to the point though, it becomes a symbiotic relationship. They become a parasite and they start taking your stuff and they look at you like, well, Renee, well, know what? Let me go to the casino. I know I shouldn't be spending my rent money by that. You see, works right there. You see how that works right there?
Yeah, I see how that works. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't wrong with helping someone, but
for sure.
Like at least we say in Alabama, don't make it a habit. It comes a point, hey, I can't help you anymore. So, bruh or sis, I'm just gonna have to let you go. I'm just gonna have to let it go. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
My thing is, if it's going to be considered a crime by law, it's a crime to me, and you are a criminal. So criminals get away from me.
Oh, wow.
Think about it like that. Like if someone takes your credit card that you don't know,
Yeah.
a
Oh
stranger
yeah.
takes your credit,
Exactly.
it's a felony. If you have a contract with a business and you tell the business,
If
hey,
you're
thank you for this money,
engaged,
I'm gonna go use this money to like pay off a loan, and you don't pay off the loan, that's called fraud. It's illegal. You go to jail for fraud.
that's fraud. Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. That is so good. That, honey, what she say, she mean it too. Cause this, she's stricter than I am. I be like, okay, up a little bit. So how has being married? How have you been dealing with that? Share a little bit about that marriage life.
I love it. I didn't think I was gonna love it because I was like, man, I'm gonna be one of those people where it's like, you try me, it's not gonna end up nice. But no, I picked a good one. One of the biggest decisions you can ever make is the person you decide to lay down with, regardless if that's your husband or your partner, whoever you decide to lay down with, that is the biggest decision you could ever make. And so I wanted to make sure I picked somebody that was going to be what I needed, and he is prayers answered. He is absolutely
Wow.
fantastic. Everything he does is amazing to me. Even when he has his flaws, I'm like, oh, that's it? I've met worse. So, like, we were talking about having grace. Like, your person isn't going to be perfect. There's no such thing as
Wow.
perfection, but there is something that, can you tolerate this for the rest of your life? If somebody snores and you know you a light sleeper, why would you keep dating them? If somebody does not want to wash dishes and you know that you get tired from work every day, why would you go with them? So I managed to make sure I met somebody where if the conversations is tough, they don't react with negativity or aggression. Um, that's what I needed. He's perfect. He's patient. He's a lot of things people don't realize is a person needs to be able to tell you when they don't like something. He told me he did not like my spaghetti. The recipe I was using was not his to his taste. I changed it. But if you get somebody where they don't tell you the truth, because you got to have brutal honesty in a relationship, you're going to end up with deceit. And deceit is a lie, and all sins lead to death. And that's not death of a human. It could be the death of a relationship. It can be the death of a potential job. Like, you have to understand, like, honesty is necessary for anything to grow. So yeah,
Mm.
I picked a really good one. I love him. I won't go back. If he doesn't work out, I promise you, I'm done.
Okay. So you have an extended warranty, right?
Yeah, it's extended warranty. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. If he goes somewhere, the
Good.
dating world.
That's great. That's great. Well, now let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Now let me ask you this. When you decided to let go of your singleness,
Mhm.
what surprises did you discover? The pleasant surprises of marriage as opposed to being single.
I will say that the benefits of being married that surprised me the most was not having to do it on my own. I guess when you're single, you don't realize how much you're doing and how exhausting it can be. But when you're in a marriage, you start
Mm-hmm.
realizing that there's a helpmate, somebody who's willing to help you, somebody who loves to help you, somebody that gets a lot of pleasure from helping you. And I didn't realize how much was on my
Mm-hmm.
shoulders and how that weight and burden was dispersed. I also didn't realize like how good it felt to do things for others. Like, it gives me so much joy to cook for him every morning. It gives me so much joy to provide
Mm-hmm.
him with a safe, secure home that's really beautifully decorated and clean all the time. I was really surprised with how much joy you get from being able to assist somebody. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about the joy. They A lot of times when you go on social media, it talks about the negativity, like, oh, you're a maid now. Now you got to do all this, but they don't speak about the joy and the love you get from actually able to help somebody, and they appreciate that help. Now, if they're not appreciating it, stop doing it. That's one of the easiest things.
Okay. Now that's good right there. That's fantastic right there. Now, what advice would you give someone uh Well, I want but someone else younger, uh, who's contemplating, who is seriously saying it's time for me to let go of this singleness. No, I mean, here's a caveat right
Back
here.
on stage.
I let go of it, and then tomorrow I'll get married. No, that we know it doesn't work that way. But what advice would you give to someone who's just saying, you know what, it's time for me to at least consider marriage?
I would say if you really wanted to know if it's time to let go, it's best to ask yourself, do you believe you will be a good partner? Like honestly, like sit down and ask yourself, would I marry myself? Because if you want to marry yourself, you really need to sit down and understand what habits you have that would prevent you from wanting to marry yourself and changing those habits, rearranging
Hmm.
that behavior, rearranging your life, changing like, and let's say you're doing a
Hmm.
profession where you can't be with somebody. Like there's professions that do not cater to
Yes.
like marriage. Like, am I in a profession that would put me at risk of not being able to find someone? Like if you're spending 40 hours a week and you don't engage with anybody and then you go home and you're at home all day, I mean, that's not good either. You have to really sit down and be like, what is it that I bring that make me want to marry me? Like looks are good and I love looks. Everyone loves to be appreciated for their being attractive, but deeper than looks, what is it that makes you want to marry yourself? Like I want to marry myself because I'm a lot of fun. I'm really thoughtful. Um, I like to have a clean environment. I love being there for my loved ones, and I show up and call and constantly connected. Yeah, so like things like
Hmm.
that. Like, sorry, I'm cooking for my husband right now, so that's why I'm like checking the stove. But yeah, like literally sitting down. Like, I think one of the things is I made a list
Yeah.
about the qualities that I loved, and I made a list about the qualities that I didn't like so much. Like, I used to be like Mr. Renee can tell you, I'll cut you off real fast. You do one thing, I'm like, snip. I don't got time for this. I actually had to start learning grace. Like, okay, would I forgive myself or want to be forgiven for that? Was that such an offense that I need to snip them, or is that a conversation to see if they do better? Because if you do it twice, oh, you're gone. But if you do it once, I'm like, okay, my bad. You're human. You make mistakes.
I keep losing connection.
Okay. Okay. Now,
Mm,
okay. Brought us something else. Um, how much have you learned about patience in regards to marriage, or how much patience?
And patience. That's one of the virtues I did not have. I can tell you I wasn't patient on the road. I wasn't patient in relationships. I wasn't even patient with myself. I was like, why am I not a millionaire? What is going on? Why am I working so hard and I don't got millions in the bank? Like I'm not a very patient person at all. Like I want things, like I'm a go getter. Like when I wanted money, I got 2 jobs and I was working 80 hours a week. Like I don't play. Like when I want something, I want it now. So what I had to learn when I got in a relationship is I am not a commander. I am not someone that gets it right now. I'm someone who I ask and request. Like when you pray to God, you don't demand God to do stuff. You can't go around demanding people. You don't go around demanding your parents, hand me money now. Who does that? That's disrespectful. So I had to learn that if I wanted something, I need to speak in a way where someone would want to hear me first off. You can't go around demanding, you gotta ask, you gotta request.
That's true.
So I
that's
had to
good.
learn to ask for stuff. I had to learn to be like, hey, um, I didn't like this. Can we try this instead? Oh, well, I like this type of food. Do you mind if we go here? Like you got to ask because nobody wants to be in a relationship where they're being told what to do. Nobody's a child. We're all adults here. Have some respect. So I had to learn patience and like, okay, if I ask him to do something, let him do it. Like, give him time to do it. Like, I'm not out here supposed to be like
Hmm.
boom, 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 boom. Like that's disrespectful. You don't go to your boss demanding stuff. Why would you go to your partner demanding stuff just because you live with them and you know them more? That's rude. But that's why I learned about patience. I had to learn to request things. I had to learn to let people do stuff and to wait. if someone leaves their clothes on the ground, don't go yelling. Like, actually see if they pick it up. You never know. Like me, I'm like, man, the dishes. Sometimes I forget dishes. Miss Renee can tell you, I forgot dishes sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta remind people.
Yeah, that is so good. Dr. If at any point you lose me, keep on talking, okay? I don't know
Okay.
what's going on with my internet. It just keep losing. And one minute I'm connected, the next minute I'm connected. So I think
It
my
happens like
down,
that.
and you guys are doing an amazing job. You guys are doing an
Yeah.
amazing job with discussing about when to let technology, man. I'm telling you, it was fine all day.
Yeah.
When I came down here to have this talk, it's been going in and out every 5 minutes.
That
But
is so frustrating.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's been going in and out every 5 minutes. If you lose me, just keep on talking. I'll be back.
Okay.
As soon as it allows me to come back. But anyway, and I love Mike asking those questions about you being married. That's amazing. I love every bit of that. I'm glad you came to share with us tonight. And see somebody of your age, you got a lot of wisdom, and your mom done an amazing job because she is an amazing woman as well. That's one of my good friends. Her mom is, I got to brag on
She's
her.
amazing.
She done a great job with raising. She is amazing. She is amazing, and I understand how and why you learned love because your mom is she. That's one of. I always told her that was one of her gifts. Um, being the way that she loved people and care for people and look after people and that it would be genuine. Um, I never forget my daughter, my youngest daughter, told me one time. She said, "Now that's a real friend you got right there." She was talking about your mom. She said, "Now that's a real friend." So to hear my youngest say, my youngest daughter too. She about like you. Y'all say whatever y'all want to say, people. And so yeah, so I can tell that yeah, a lot from the two of you. It's just it's amazing. It's wonderful. Um, Mike, you got anything you like to add? Because I know the women been doing all the talking.
Uh, actually, not at the time, because ah, there's a lot we have to let go of. It's a lot to let go of, and
Mhm.
toxic friends, and especially friends. And sometimes the friendships end is bad. This is relationships ending,
Yeah,
you know, and that
yeah,
that can hurt though. But sometimes if that person is a user and trying to get all they can and from you, and you just need use some spiritual common sense. Say, you know what? Enough, enough.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Like they said, love them from afar or feed with a long handle spoon or other. Oh,
Mr. Mike, I
so
have a question for you, sir.
oh,
As a man,
yes,
how
ma'am.
would you know when to let go
What
of a
is the
relationship?
Uh-oh.
question?
As a man, how would you tell a young man or even any man when is it time to let go? That's a good question, right?
That's an excellent question. That's an excellent question. Well, uh, uh, um, take an in a it's a term I've been using. They're saying that I don't have enough bandwidth for everybody. I don't have enough emotional bandwidth for everyone. You know, check your emotional. If you're not getting a good signal, then it's time for your own though. That's that's the way I go about it right there. And you said how would I tell a man that? Well, because I don't think there's a difference, contrary to popular. I don't think it is a difference between genders when when a person had enough. So you just have to watch out for yourself, knowing what you're going through first. Try not to be someone's emotional garbage can. Don't let them come to you with everything, with all their problems. Yes, and yeah, don't do that. Know when enough is enough.
I like that.
If it comes to family, relationship, especially relationship, you know, like if me and Renee was dating, I said, with Renee, fun, but you've been working my nerve. I mean, it's saying.
You got to use me for an example.
Did I answer the question?
Fun, but you getting on my nerves. And they do know how to get on people's nerves.
That is it.
They know how to get on people's nerves. The thing about it, she don't even care. But anyway, because I'm just having fun. I'm just being myself.
Oh, please keep being yourself. I love you for who you are. You're amazing. You taught me so much about the type of woman I want to be. Honest to God, I want to have a heart of gold like you do.
Wow. Well, thank you. That means a lot. Y'all gonna have me crying on my birthday. That was a blessing. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for sharing that with me. And see, y'all, I did not pay her to say that. I did not pay her to say it. I didn't tell her to say that. This been a great conversation, just a great topic tonight, knowing when to let.
Can I just say real fast? The best way to know,
Mike.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I just want to
go ahead.
Okay, I just want to say real fast, like the best way to know when to let go, like Mr. Margaret was saying, is when enough is enough, and you know when you had enough. I feel like the time to let go is when other people that really love you and you know they have mad love for you tell you to let go. Also, when you get to the point where your sleep is disturbed, your peace is disturbed, your breath, like people be having panic attacks and they don't know it's because somebody in their life is disrupting them so much. Like when you get so disturbed that your normal is no longer normal, you gotta walk away. Like even for a job, if you go to work every day and you're contemplating about the job every day, something's wrong. You shouldn't be thinking about your job all the time like that. If you go to school and you're doing a class, the class is stressing you, and you sleeping and dreaming about the class to the point where you having breathing problems, you're having sleeping problems, something's disturbing you. When you get so disturbed that your rhythm is all messed up, pause and align that, figure that out. You can't just wait. Like that's not a waiting time. You got to sit down and be like, okay, this is too much. And before it becomes a disaster where you can't fix it, catch it when it's a bud. Feel like you got to clip those things when they're small, because when they get big, you're dealing with a forest where you could have been dealing with the stem. All trees start off as stems. They don't start off as bark. Hurry up before it becomes bark.
That's good. So when do you know when to let a job go? Because you talk about it. We've talked about when to let different things. How you know when to let a job go? Because I know you were saying like when you're stressed and you did this and this and that. So because what if you love the job? What if you love every doing? I'm talking about myself now. What if you love everything that you're doing, but you know some of this stuff gonna have to get cut? How do you know what to cut when you love everything that you're doing?
So, as someone who's job hopped a lot, and I mean a lot, because I've had a lot of jobs, my best determining factor of when it's
Yes,
time to
yeah.
quit a job is when I just like I leave relationships, I be leaving jobs. I'm just like, oh, and I always find better because there's always
You know,
better out there. Yeah, it's always better.
there you go.
Um,
There you go.
I feel like, when it's time to leave a job, when the job's not paying your bills. I'm sorry, you can love a job all day, but a job is to pay your bills. If it ain't paying your bills, it gotta go. I love it, but hey, I had to leave. There's a lot of jobs I love, but at the end of the day, these bills got to get paid. So that's when you know it's time to leave a job. Another time you know it's time to leave a job is when it doesn't conform to the future you want. If the future you want is
That's
with
good.
kids, it's a house, but the job is only paying you like $15 an hour and you can't get approved for a house loan, it's time to upgrade that job. Unfortunately, like we love our
That's
jobs,
good.
but it got to conform to our future. It got to have growth to it. Just as we're growing older, the job got to grow with us. If your job is stagnant, it ain't motivating you, it ain't pushing you, it ain't growing, unfortunately, you got to go. Another thing about a time to leave a job is when you are so miserable that going in makes you feel sick. I've had jobs where my hands were so swollen I couldn't brush my teeth. It's physically harming you too much. You can't do what you do.
Mm,
If you can't do what you want to do outside the job, it's not the
mm-hmm,
job for you. Now, don't leave
come
your
on.
job until you got another job lined up. Don't do that because you don't want to be homeless. But also, like, make sure you're making steps according to your plan for yourself.
That's good. That's good. She dropped the bomb. Drop the mic. Bring the mic. Thank you. Mike, what you got to say, brother? What about leaving a job or when you doing everything you love? You got a lot in your hand. I'm talking about myself. You got a lot in. You love everything in your hand. How do you know when to let some of this stuff go?
Well, can I answer about the job
Yeah, I'm
inquiry
asking you.
about when is to let
Yeah,
go? Oh, I didn't.
yeah.
I couldn't hear you. That's why
Okay.
I didn't hear you.
Okay, I'm
So
sorry.
we'll talk about that. But about the job,
Yeah.
I'm physically ill about going to the job. You know, you have, and especially if you're a person physically ill, then you might need to look at. You might need to, you know, before I went
Mm,
service, it got less like going to worship and more like going to work. And that was not
mm,
good. That was not good.
mm.
So, you know, and it just get to the point you realize, hey, enough is enough.
Mm. Well, thank you for that, Mike, but you still didn't answer my question.
You know what? I didn't. I I question that because I keep going in and out. So I don't know what was the question.
I do too.
I
I
thought
do too. This
I honestly
is
didn't know.
yes, me too. I mean, my
I
whole
promise.
thing. I've been having a lot of trouble tonight. It's been saying, "Oops, lost connection."
Yeah, that's
Oops,
what I'm
lost
saying.
connection.
So
Oops, lost.
yeah, so I don't know how behind I am with you and all that. So I didn't answer the question. I didn't hear the question.
I was just
I was
saying,
just following up.
what if you have some everything you love, everything that you have a lot in your hand, but you love everything that's in your
Okay.
hand. How do you know? How do you let that stuff go? You see, a lot of times we've been talking tonight. A lot of times it's easy to figure out when things are letting go when it's bad. But what if it's not bad? When it's bad stuff,
Yeah.
what if it's good? But it's still
Well,
like
I'm
Lord
crazy
been
enough
really
to
dealing. Lord
believe
been really
that
dealing with me. Like you
if
got
it's
to
all
know.
good, hmm?
That's a
Okay.
hard one
He's
because when
really been
things are
So
dealing with
what
me
threw
good,
me
about.
off?
Dashane, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead, Dashane. Unmute yourself.
sorry, I was thinking
Out
like,
life.
when you said like, how do you know when things are good, when to let go? And that got me thinking like that's a hard one because you gotta. That's when it starts playing on the words of like, are things really good? Because I know when things are good, you don't think about leaving. Because it's in the Bible that makes their days so happy in Proverbs that they forget the days are going. Like, I've been so happy, I
That's
can't
me.
believe we're at the end of the year already. Like, I'm so
I'm
shocked
so
we're at the
happy.
end of the
Like
year,
I be like, what day is it?
right? So
That's
you're
me.
happy.
I mean, yeah. I'm happy. I mean, you don't live with me. I'm happy
Mhm.
with my
Yes,
life
ma'am.
and where it's in the direction that it's going in. Just because you're happy with it, I think you kind of done already. Wait a minute, let me think. Let me think. I think you've already answered this, Dashane. I think you
Sorry about
said
the
when it
distance.
no when you're when it's not lining up with where you're going in the future. I think you done already answered it for me. Okay, the Holy Spirit bring it back to my remembrance. I think you answered it when you said like when it's no, I mean it can we talked about things being when it's bad. It's easy to figure it out then, or when it's causing you hurt, or when it's causing you pain or something like that. And then of course. Um, but I didn't think about it like this until Lord bringing it back to my remembrance when you said when it's not lining up with where you going in the future. It ain't that it's causing you pain. It's not at that point. It's going to hold you back because you're going in a different direction, and so it's just time to let that go. Okay, I think you done already answered it. You said when it's no longer lining up with where
Mhm.
the
When you see
Lord
the
is
future.
taking. Yeah,
Yeah, if you
when it's
see your
no longer.
future somewhere and it's not there, it's not it. Like, I mean, for me, like I wanted to stay at the company I'm at forever, but the company I'm at's not letting me grow. And if I can't grow in the company, then what am I doing? I can't have a family. I can't have the life I want. I can't go on vacations at my position. So as much as I love my company, I'm looking somewhere else. Growth sometimes God doesn't let you grow somewhere because He wants you somewhere else.
That's good.
Sometimes relationships don't work out. The relationship that's coming is something you couldn't even imagine. I could have never imagined
Mm,
being married. I never saw this coming. If I held
mm,
on to that last one, God knows where that one would be. We'd probably still be hanging out.
that's good. That's good. That's good. I love that. I love that. I really do. That was good. Yeah, that was good. Thank you for sharing that with us. Um, it's after 8 o'clock. I want to say thank you to everyone for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to tonight's guests. You guys have been amazing. I mean, that right there really helped me. I'm gonna go write that down. When you can't see it in the future, it's time to exit the stage. I mean, yeah, when you can't see it in the future, it's time to exit the stage. If it's holding you back, I'm gonna go over some of the things that my sister have shared and my brother has shared tonight. When it's holding you back, when it's causing you pain, when it's causing you harm, when the person just continue to repeat a cycle, and you're wanting to break that cycle, and you wanting to get out of that cycle, It's time to exit that stage. That's one of the things that the Lord been really, just really, I just keep hearing him telling me, like, it's good for you to know, like you knew to get on that stage. It's just important for you to know when to get off that stage. And I think he's talking to me about a number of stages that I find myself on. And yeah, yes, this has been good. So thank you guys. This is what Family and Friends Month is all about, having my friends coming in and just pouring into us and enlightening us. And I hope you guys got something out of tonight, because they have definitely. Thank you, Dashanae. Thank you, Mike. You both have definitely been a blessing to me this evening. I mean, you give me a lot to think about and to think over, and wisdom definitely flow from the both of you. I would say to you, Dashanae, do not let anybody despise your youth, and don't despise small beginnings. Um, there's and keep going in the direction that you're going in, because I know you're saying, I never saw myself in this place. I never saw myself. But I hear God saying, He is enlarging your territory, and that space that you're in is about to expand. So be flexible. Be flexible. The Lord would say to you. That just fell in my spirit, so I thought I'd share it. But thank you guys. You've been a. It's. I normally let my guests pray us out. Do one of you guys want to pray us out? I want to say thank you guys for hopping
I vote
on. Thank you
Mike.
for tuning in. Please share this out. Please share this out. My sister tonight has dropped many bombs, and I'm definitely gonna have her back on as a guest. I love you so much. I love both of you. I mean, I love you both so much. Um, you're such a blessing. Thank you for your love and support and pouring into me and pouring back into and believing just in the hopes and the vision that the Lord has placed on the inside of me. I thank you guys. And you too for watching, tuning in every Saturday night. I love and appreciate you. Mike, you wanna close us out or what? Wait a minute, I've got to ask y'all, do y'all have any closing words? I
No,
forgot.
she just said, "Oh, what?"
Do y'all have any closing thing that you like to share with the
I just say this.
audience?
Yeah, I just say that followers, and I'm plugging uh SBC Tuesday Talk, not next week, but the last show of the year. So be prepared for that. And then next in January, we'll have it. You know, uh, come January, Renee is either gonna be my first or second guest for the year. So and we just go from there. And maybe and Sister Dash will be there too as well though. So
Oh.
we'll take care of that, yo. And then and y'all think I'm joking. I'm not. Okay. So go ahead.
All I gotta say, because I gotta go eat dinner with my man, is just remember to like always write down your goals, because that physical application of writing your goals down makes it feel more tangible, and it convinces your body that it's able to be given. So write down your goals, write down your standards, write down your do's and your don'ts, and stick to what you know is best. And also pray regularly. God is always watching and listening. I love y'all. I gotta go. Bye.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it'll be me. Okay. Well, let us bow our head. We thank you for this, another gathering. Thank you for everything that you've done and are doing in our lives. And we ask that you bless Sister Renee and her ministry. Continue to grow it and increase it and help her and guide her in the right way. And Father God, bless Sister Dashanae and her family and bless her marriage and her ministry. And Father, you know, I'm asking about my own ministry. Just bless it. And so are watching and participating. Bless each and every one of their households this evening. Take care of them and touch them and see to their individual as well as collective needs. And Father, we just thank you for all that you've done and are doing in our lives right now. We thank you. Till next time, in Jesus' name, amen.
This thing ain't doing right.
Mm-mm.
I keep going out.
Mm.
Hear me? Can y'all hear me now? My thing been going in and out
I
all
can hear
night.
you good. I
But anyway,
can hear you good, but you keep going
okay,
in and out.
okay. Well, thank you guys for hopping
Okay?
on. Thank you, Mike, for praying us out. We love this, doing the best I can on this. But it's been good. I love. Good night. See you next Saturday at 7 p.m. Good night, Mike. Love you.
Uh,
Appreciate you because you held it down tonight.
okay.
I don't know what's going on with this thing.